nice seated position with your feet flat on the floor. You can do this in a chair. You can do this on your mom's Cadillac if you would like. And your feet are going to be hip distance apart. You're going to take your hands and flip them so that they're cupping your ears. Your fingertips are behind your ears and your thumbs are in front. Okay, so you're going to press down into the feet and gently lift with your hands on your head. So you're just gently lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, pulling back through the belly button. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Trying not to sink back down into yourself and trying not to push your ribs forward. So you're inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth without shrinking, and a gentle lift with the hands on the head. And one more time, inhaling, press down through the feet, out through the crown of the head. Rotate your left ribs backwards. Open up through the right shoulder. Good, go ahead and relax, shake it out. Okay, so we're going to begin laying on your back with some movement. So we're going to start with Sleepy Flamingo. That is where you use your props and you lay on your back. So you're going to prop your right ribs and your left hip with your little bags. Okay. It's cold on here today. Okay. So once you're situated there, I just want you to lay there and breathe for a few moments, letting your left ribs settle back into the floor, your right hip to settle back into the floor. So you're trying to fill up the space behind your left ribs. As you inhale, you're opening wide towards the floor, towards the mat. Reaching out through the crown of the head, drop your chin down slightly. And you're going to extend your right leg out straight, your left leg stays bent. You're going to place your right hand on top of your right shoulder and reach your elbow out to the side of the room. Imagine somebody's pulling your elbow just ever so slightly, and you're going to reach your left arm, overhead. I'm not quite awake yet. So you're reaching through your hand, reaching through your foot, and trying not to let those left ribs pop up or away from the table. And you're going to exhale and hover that leg, reaching through the right foot. And inhale, lower. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Lengthen through your heel. So you're reaching and trying to take that hip glide down towards your foot. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Try not to let those left ribs pull away from the floor, from the mat. And inhale, lower. So you're pulling wide and flat through the front of the pelvis, pulling the belly back towards the spine as you lift the leg. Reach your right elbow to the right side of the room. Left arm is reaching overhead. And lower back down. And exhale one more time. And keep that leg lifted. And you're going to draw teeny tiny little circles with that lifted leg. Try not to wiggle through the hips or wiggle through your ribs. Find your length again, drop your chin down. Keep the left ribs back. And circle around the other way. Good. Make sure your left knee is staying stacked over top of your ankle. Good. Let that leg relax. And just give yourself a little shake. Let the knees sway side to side. Nice job. So now you're going to remove your props for the time being. And we're going to do the piano key exercise. Okay, so remember we're working outwards from the spine. So you have your spine, then you have key A, B, C, and D. Okay? So same setup almost as Sleepy Flamingo, except you're going to bring your right hand behind your head and your left arm is going to push up towards the ceiling. Okay, so you're going to push with that left hand and reach it up and over across the body so that you're rolling onto your right side, really reaching that arm forward, pushing and opening behind your left ribs. Nice reach through the left knee so that knee stays up towards the ceiling. You're inhaling in this position, finding length through the crown of the head, length through your right foot. And then as you exhale, begin rolling onto your back. You're going to lay the spine down first. And then key A, key B, key C, and D. Good, find length through your foot, length through the crown of the head. As you inhale, open up behind those left ribs. And exhale, don't let them pull away. And again, press through the foot, reach the arm up and over, onto the side, length through the head, length through the foot, open behind the ribs. And then slowly begin rolling onto your back. Good, lay the spine down first. And then key A, key B, key C, and D. Good. Let those ribs settle back into the floor. Inhaling, opening wide and open behind those left ribs. And exhale. Don't let them pull away. And one last time, press into the foot, reach the arm up and over, trying not to hyperextend through your elbow. So you want to keep a little bit of a soft bend in the elbow here, even though we're really reaching and opening up behind the shoulder. And then slowly roll onto your back. And your spine connects first, and then key A, key B, key C, and D. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And inhale again, opening wide and open behind your left ribs. Reach through the leg, reach through the crown of the head. And exhale. Good. Bend that knee in. Give yourself a little rest. Let the knee sway side to side there. Okay, so you're going to make your way onto your right side for some side lying. So when you're in this position, you're keeping your ribs lifted, your bottom ribs lifted, and you're keeping that lower back more connected into the floor. Okay? So, definitely an interesting sensation, okay? And you're going to have your bottom leg bent, top leg straight. I'm going to kick these off for now and then grab them in a minute. And you're going to reach this top arm up and over. I should have updated my notes here. You're reaching this top arm straight up from the ceiling, straight up from the shoulder. So you're reaching this arm towards the ceiling, and those ribs are staying lifted. The lower back is staying down. Okay? Pulling back through the belly button, and exhale, lift the leg to hip height. And inhale, lower. And exhale, reach through the legs so your toes and your knee are pointing forward. You're lengthening through the crown of the head and the foot. You're keeping the ribs lifted and the lower back down. Good. Really reach through those fingertips. They're reaching up towards the ceiling. Good, and one more time. We're going to keep that leg lifted and travel it a few inches forward and a few inches back. So you're trying not to let those ribs fall back down into the floor. A little bit forward, a little bit back. Trying not to go into the lower back as you travel that leg back behind you. You're connected with the core, pulling in slightly through the belly button. Good, one more time each way. Good, lower that leg down, let the ribs relax into the floor. And you're just going to let the feet fan up towards the ceiling a few times just to release through the spine. Good, okay. So now we're going to do some work laying on your left side. Okay, so on this side, you're keeping your bottom ribs down and you're keeping your lower back a little bit lifted. Your bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, and we're really reaching through the right foot to take that hip glide out, okay? So this top arm is going to reach up and overhead on this side. Bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, and exhale, reach that leg long. Good, without the ribs pulling away from the floor or the mat. And lower back down. Inhale. And exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, reach. Ribs are staying down. Feel a little space at your lower back. To keep it lifted, reach through the foot. Drop your chin down slightly, make sure it's not pushing forward. You want to have length through the back of the neck. Good, and now on your next one, keep the leg lifted, really reach through that top foot, and you're inhaling, traveling it forward. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, forward. Bottom ribs stay down, lower back stays lifted, little space, little air pocket under here. Good, one more time each way. Let that leg relax down, both knees are bent, and just fan your feet up towards the ceiling. Good job. Okay, so we're going to do some work on your stomach next. Grab your bags, your props. Okay. And you're going to use a rolled up towel or that longer cushion. And that's going to go under your hips. So that wide black cushion. And then you're going to use your prop under your left ribs. Okay. Go ahead and fold your hands on top of each other. Place your forehead on your hands. You're reaching your elbows wide out to the sides of the room. Lengthen through the feet. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Reach your forehead forward and hover your head off of your hands. Pull the belly up towards the spine. And you're reaching through your feet. And then lower back down. So press down into the hands, lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen through the heels, and try and lift those left ribs away from your prop. Let the right ribs fall forward into the floor. And lower back down. And inhale, lengthen, hover the head off the hands, belly up towards the spine, reach through the feet, and lower back down. Good, go ahead and tuck your toes under. And we'll repeat the same thing, so straighten out the legs, reach through the heels, reach through the crown of the head, belly up towards the spine, and lower back down. And press through the toes, reach through the heels, lengthen through the crown of the head, belly draws up towards the spine, left ribs rotate away from your cushion, and lower back down. And last time, reaching through the heels, out through the crown of the head. And lower back down, good. Untuck your toes. And come up onto your hands and knees, and we're just going to stretch out here a little bit. So you can stack your cushions on top of each other, place them at the crease of your hips. And you're going to come up onto your fingertips here. And you're kind of pulling with your fingers to reach your head forward. Trying not to drop in through the left ribs. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Lengthening through your tailbone. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Good, and then you can come back a little bit further and just settle down into that position. Let yourself rest.